music's sick. I don't know. It's sick and shit at the same time, but overall it's probably just the best thing ever. The first one that came to mind was, it's kind of sad, when my granddad passed away. I was young, I was maybe like 6 or something, 5, 6. And it was the first funeral I ever went to. And when they like put the curtains around him, they played Don't Know Why by Norah Jones, I think it is. So whenever I hear that, I'm just like, oh.
My ruined music, I have a couple of ruined tracks. My first one is kind of similar to Dani's. So a girl who I went to school with, she died like basically the summer after we left school, like really early on in our like, well to us it's college, but I guess it's kind of like high school out here. So early on in what is essentially high school, she passed away. She had a heart condition, and it was really sad. And you know, yeah, it was really sad. But her favorite song at the time was that Black Eyed Peas song, I've Got a Feeling. You know, her parents, and her family wanted that song played at her funeral because it was her favorite song, and because she was such a happy, bubbly person, they wanted, you know, like a happy song to be played. But I think that just ruined that song for me because it just reminded me of that whole time, and yeah, that wasn't good.
The first one is a song, it's not even a song I like or would choose to listen to, but it's a song that like when it comes on it just haunts me and drives me crazy. And it's because I used to work in the O2 Arena in London in like the suites, and I'd be there maybe like 4 hours, 5 hours before like opening time. And when they were like testing the sound or whatever, they'd just loop one song to sort of test the PA, and for whatever reason they let this song run for 4 hours, and it was like I think it was, I don't know how to say it, Gautier, that somebody that I used to know, and it would end and then it would go again, and it would just literally just be on loop, and it would drive me crazy. And I'd be there like a few nights a week, and for whatever reason it was just that song every single. So when that comes on a radio, I'm like, turn it off, get rid of this. So that one is completely ruined.
But my second one is Rihanna, Found Love in a Hopeless Place. Jesus God, I wouldn't say I liked that song when it came out, but because Wrexham is so backwards and just is stuck in time, it's stuck about 10 years in the past, that song, without fail, 100% guaranteed, will be played multiple times on a night out in Wrexham. And back in like a pretty juvenile, kind of dark place in my teenage years where I was just going out and getting wasted every weekend, that song would just haunt me. And it was at a time where I was with this girl who ended up cheating on me and stuff, and now whenever I hear that song, all I think of is like terrible hanging nights out in Wrexham with this girl who screwed me over. So just hate that song beyond belief, like, yeah, and I just don't understand why it still gets played in nights out. So
my ruined music is that Take Me to Church song by that Hosier fella.
I knew you were going to say that.
I fucking hate that song so much. We were recording Lifestyle to Get You in Florida in like 2014 it was, end of the year. And every time, American radio stations are weird because they play like the same 6 songs all day, every day. Why? Awful in the first place. And then that song, every time we got in the car, it was just that constantly over and over and over again. And then when we got home after recording the album, it was just picking up in the UK as well, so it was on all the time there as well, and you just couldn't go anywhere without it, and it used to drive me insane. I just think the song's rubbish anyway.
If I feel like something's at a risk of becoming overplayed, I will kind of just nip it in the bud and just stop there. So yeah, there's not really too much. Oh my God, actually, I can think of another one. Jesus Christ. It's a song by this band called Peace. My girlfriend really likes them. She's like she's like a lot more into indie music than I am, and she's shown me some really sick bands, to be fair too. But she, as her alarm clock, had this peace song, and I don't know what it's called, but it starts and it just goes, and it's the worst fucking thing to wake up to. And I remember, like, early on in our relationship, that would be every morning, 8 a.m, just, I hate it. Hate it. I can't listen to it at all. So, yeah, whatever that song is by Peace.
The theme tune, The Friends by The Rembrandt. It's just annoying having to hear that so many times. And then, too, like, every time I'm at home watching it, it's just, I think I get just too impatient, because I only watch Friends on TV, but I'll watch TV shows on, I don't know, like Netflix, or just like, I'll just download them or whatever. And I just get sick of having to watch that opening title, and the theme tune just triggers me now, so that, yeah.
It's not something I actively listen to or I would hear, but when I was younger, there was a song like, it's wrestling entrance music, surprise, there was a stable called Right to Censor, and their music wasn't music, it was just constantly till they came down to the ring, and that used to just drive me insane when I was little.
Overplayed, A Part of Me by Neck Deep. Fucking overplayed. We've just played it so much since, like, we started touring, and Ben doesn't feel the same about that song anymore. Like, lyrically, it was about when he was younger, and it's just one of those songs that, yeah, we've just done so much to the point where it's like, oh, okay, I'm ready to play something else now.
Welcome to Paradise, Green Day, because we covered it and played it, and I don't know, it just, we can play it and it wouldn't bother me too much, but hearing it, I don't know, I just have to skip it now. I think we played it so much that it's too much for me.
I think we've had it multiple times with a few different songs, but I think a lot of it's down to, like, relationships, basically, just like they remind them of a relationship, or maybe some of our, like, our deeper songs, maybe our songs about death and loss and that kind of stuff is, I think sometimes people are like, oh, I can't listen to that because it just reminds me too much of, like, what I went through. They said, like, it helped them in a lot of ways, but it's just too much to listen to. And even for me, like, listening to some of our songs like Candor and 1970 something for a long time, I couldn't do it. Reminded me too much of, like, my dad and stuff, so I was just like, oh, I can do it. But now I'm at a point where it's like I've changed my thinking about it, kind of, and now it's more of like they're an ode to him kind of thing, rather than like something that upsets me. I kind of feel more pride than I do, like, sadness from it. So.
Not ruined in the sense that I can't not listen to them, but playing I Hope This Comes Back to Haunt You live actually haunts me. That's the only real life ghost story in the world. That song coming to haunt me in my dreams. It is absolutely, I don't know, it's a great song, and then we played it live and I don't know, it's just something about it. It doesn't translate well. Like, some songs just don't, like, they sound great on record, and you play it live and it's like, oh, this just feels a bit weird. And we tried to get it working, and me and Sam were very strong advocates of that not happening. We had to get a capo out to start with, to play it with. There we go. That's it. I have no idea. What's that do?
Our album, Peace and the Panic. I can't put it on and listen to, because at home I don't drive, so my mum and dad, I'm always just going around with them, whether it's the gym or going, like, to town or anywhere, and they only have one CD in both cars, and it's our album, so whenever we go anywhere, it's just, yep, we'll just listen to the whole thing, start to finish, great, and then it starts again, and I'm just like, oh god. And we did, like, a few, like, journeys to see family, and it was like a 2-hour drive, and it's just, that's the only thing in the car. So now I have to give that a minute before I can personally just, like, put it on and just, like, listen to it.
Generally, if I change the lyrics to, like, to be something funny, it usually happens on the spot. Like, you know, we were just saying then, like, if there's a friend in the crowd or something and I see them crowd surfing or something like that, I'll generally, like, try and fit their name into the lyrics. I think once or twice, just on the cuff, I've changed lyrics to, like, to be about, like, weed or something stupid like that. And then, but there are lyrics that I change live as well, just based on the fact that I don't like the original lyric and I thought of something in hindsight. So in Don't Wait, it's like, we put 'em on parade and celebrate what's coming. And I liked that initially, but then, like, once the record was done, I was like, fuck, it should have been Celebrate for Nothing. It's like, damn. So I say Celebrate for Nothing live on that. Even after the record's done, I'll go back and be like, fuck, I wish I could have changed that, or like, oh, maybe this would have sounded better or whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty picky with my lyrics. Like, I'll dig myself into a big hole. If there's a song that's particularly like troubling me and like I'm struggling with, I'll dig really deep, and yeah, it ends up kind of sending me a little bit loopy, but sometimes that plays off pretty well, because then the frustration that I kind of end up getting worked up into is I kind of use that to help me write the songs. But yeah, I'm really picky about it. Like, I can't if I get an idea into my head, I like really can't let it go unless someone else suggests something better that, like, you know, makes have a little light bulb moment that I go, oh, cool, that's changed the way I'm thinking about this. But if I'm just kind of left to my own devices, I will beat myself up constantly. But more often than not, I end up getting what I need out of it.